Hello, everyone. We're back for another episode of RK Football. Of course, we have our regulars here. We have David and Stu.
Hello.
And after a fantastic opening weekend of football, we can't wait to obviously discuss everything that happened. Obviously, some shock results, but some obviously we expected. Let's get into it, I think. So I'm thinking we start at Man United at Old Trafford, where Arsenal picked up the first victory of the season. What did we think, David? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match. I mean, I suppose for the neutral, it was quite enjoyable. I mean, typically with these fixtures, they can turn out to be quite disappointing when you come around to them, but it was good enough. I mean, there were positives for United. It's been discussed quite a bit now since the game, but there were positives, namely those being Mbembo and Cunha's performance. I think we all knew the quality that those players had for their respective former teams, Wolves and Brentford. And it was good to see that on show in a United side. That intention, that attacking threat was really good to see. And another qualified thumbs up, I think, was the performance of Mason Mount. He had a very, very good game. He didn't finish the full 90, but when he did play, he was really positive and looked really good. And especially kind of his link-up play, especially with Cunha, looked really, really fresh. And hoping he can have a stay in the side. And I mean, obviously, it being a World Cup year, he'll want to kind of fight for his spot. But I think he was again, he played well, so that was good to see. Didn't really get to see much of. I mean, I suppose the big talk before the match was the discussion of the two new strikers, Sesko and Gyökeres, and neither player really had a good game. Obviously, with Sesko coming on, I think with about 25 minutes to play, he barely had a touch really, and it's sort of. I mean, the service into him wasn't great either, and it made me think of kind of players like Højlund, especially last season, whereby. I mean, it wasn't always to do with his ability. The service to him just really wasn't there a lot of the time, and it seemed that way in this match as well. Again, he didn't really have much time to kind of showcase what he can do. That'll come down the line. But and the same kind of with Gyökeres, not really much to write home about really from his performance. And the only goal in the game coming from a keeper's mistake, the Bayinder's mistake, which I think we can go over. But I mean, all the talk before the match being, United's new, fresh front lineup, and the talking point after the game was United need a keeper desperately, which is true. I think the talk now is, I think play with keepers like Donnarumma and Emilio Martinez available. I think those are the two keepers United would hope to bring in. Either one of those two would be good, because Bayinder just won't cut it, and Onana doesn't seem to be favoured by Amorim either. So yeah, obviously didn't get the 3 points, but yeah, as has been discussed much since the game, there were positives to take away for sure.
Okay, I think I'll be honest. I think Cunha? He really impressed me. There were spats in the game where he looked
really good, really good.
Yeah, like there was a few moments where he ran through, and it was like 5 players. He just skipped past them.
And just didn't have the finish. That was disappointing. But yeah,
was it like 3 defenders? Like in the middle, like 3 defenders. He got put past them, kept one. He had 1-on-1. He just didn't put the finish.
Yeah. It was unfortunate not to get the finish. But
we're not talking a rubbish team. We're talking like the best, potentially the Premier League champions in 9 months' time. These are real outfit, and he's just smashed through them. Obviously, first game of the season, but it's good signs of what he's become from this guy if he can start for United. But Onana, I know he's not the best keeper, but he's the best keeper you've got, and that is one of the biggest games of the season, and you dropped him. Really.
But again, it's United will have to bring a keeper in before they win the close for sure, because neither one of those keeper Bayinder or Onana can really cut it, especially if United want to do something, if want to go far this season, if they want to win a trophy or do well in the league. You need, everyone always says it, and it is the case, you need a good man between the sticks.
Yes. Do you think though that anyone is actually going to go in for Donnarumma, because how long has this been going on for that he is actually available?
It's not been I don't know. I mean, I know he asked for more money
now.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, and he was left out of the squad for the Super Cup final with Spurs. So him and Enrique are on the outs. So I think PSG are just waiting for someone to come in, and if the fee is right, then off you go. But I think Chelsea are in for Donnarumma as well, or they, a potential suitor for him.
City, well, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
City,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I'd hope that would be great. Again, it's just disappointing with the forward line being the big major discussion point and the positive thing that was surrounding the club during the summer with these players coming in. And then after one game, it's like, well, we do need a keeper now, bugger. And it was a bad mistake, really. But but a good game, really. But I think there has been talk about a lot of United. I've seen a lot of United fans saying. I saw one in particular actually saying, "I would rather lose the opening game and play well than win and not play well." I thought, well, you know what? At the end of the day, I would rather the 3 points, to be honest. I think our first game of the season, for the last couple of seasons, there's one game against Wolves a couple of years ago in particular, we played really, really poorly, and we managed to scrape a 1-0 win. I mean, I'm always happy to take a 3 points. It doesn't matter how well we play.
3 points.
Yeah, and I think there needs to be momentum. And you can talk all day till you're blue in the face about, Cunha and Mbemba look good, and they had many chances to score. Yeah. They need to put them away. So we've got Fulham away and Burnley at home, our next 2 games. We need to start building momentum for those 2, because after that we've got City and Chelsea. So the goals need to start coming from those players for sure, and Sesko, of course.
Do you obviously Arsenal won the game by a very lucky goal in the end. Calafiori getting that goal. Yeah. Now, like you say there, they didn't play that well, but yet they did win the game. So they are off the mark, really. But were they convincing? Defensively, yes. I think defensively, they've always been convincing in that sense. But attacking, they did look as...
Attacking, there wasn't much to write home. Yeah, there wasn't much to kind of... they didn't look great going forward, really. Not a lot of attacking threat. Gyökeres wasn't quite with it. And Saka was almost anonymous, really. Martinelli did nothing, and then he was replaced with who was he replaced with in the second half? I can't remember. Madueke, not much to kind of discuss with regards to Arsenal's opening game, but it is the opening game of the season, and I don't think it was a case that, because we know the quality that especially players like Saka have. When he's on his game, he's one of the best players in the league. I think it's just shaking off that rust of pre-season, all the rest of it. But again, a win away at Old Trafford, first game of the season, it's not too bad, and we know the goals will come from that, and Gyökeres will score goals. It just didn't happen for him yesterday. But yeah, the goals will come.
Don't they have a bad record or something at Old Trafford as well? I think.
No. Arteta has a really, really good record against United. I think United. There's only one other team that he's got a better record against since he's come into Arsenal. He's won like 7 of the last 12 games. I think that was the stat that came on. So really, really good record against United. He tends to get results against them. And again on Sunday. But
I guess they just. Yeah, I guess they just. I guess with Arsenal, just thought it's not unusual for them to kind of. Yeah, they had a couple of performances like this last season when they kind of just they got criticised for it. Was it against City? I think it was early on. Like when was it 1-0 up, and obviously they held it out for defense. Played. Defensive football. And obviously then City equalised, and obviously everyone's criticising them. But when you've got one of the best defences, and obviously had a good, I can see why they probably got the goal, and then just thought, you know what, we'll just sit back. Because obviously
the hard ground to get to, just get behind the ball now.
Yeah, and obviously early on in the season, as I know it sounds to everyone you want the performance, but you do. But it's the points. Get the points done early, because obviously, So basically, that's what I think. That's why I think Arsenal did that. But it's not. It was if attacking wise, no, but defensively, they were. I mean, was it
as well?
Oh man, some saves this night.
Ridiculous. That one against Cunha where he just gets a fingertip save to it was just ridiculous. How he gets down that quick, I do not know. He had a great game, Raya.
Had him in my team as well.
Yeah.
Reliable Raya. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do want to point out where you said about the record against Man United, they're I think against the top 6, they're shortest unbeaten run against the top 6 is 800 odd days, and that's against Man City. 800 days by Man City.
Do you mean what? They don't have a good record against top 6, or do you mean they do have a good record against top 6?
No, very good, very.
But is it Arsenal or United?
Arsenal.
Oh, Arsenal. Oh, right.
Arsenal have this
that's 2 years. Yeah.
But again, it was the draws last year that done them, because obviously they both
exactly.
they done City was at home and away, if I remember. And obviously obviously got 2 draws against us, and obviously they got good results to have won traditionally top 6. But yeah, it was all those 12 draws, and obviously like them draws early on that probably done them. So
yeah,
maybe they're thinking, maybe it's just So
I think what is going to be the difference between Arsenal winning the league this year and not is when the teams who are in the title race lose their games, they need to win theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they've never done it in the seasons they've been. How good they have been, they've not done it. So they need to start doing that.
Happened last season. I know Arsenal were never really that close to Liverpool, but there were certain weekends where there was once or twice where they were maybe like 6 or 7 points behind, and Liverpool either drew or lost a game, and then Arsenal had the game afterwards, and they just lost, or they drew and they didn't capitalize at all.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, obviously, moving on to I would say probably the game of the weekend. Sunderland beating West Ham 3-0. I mean, David was actually the only one out of all of us, I think, to actually predict a victory for Sunderland. So well done, David.
I think Stu had.
I put Sunderland.
Yeah,
I put 1-0,
but I did have 3-2, so I did predict Sunderland scoring 3 goals. So
you must have been
a qualified victory for that. So
you must have been crazy when you were sitting there looking at the score, saying 3 goals. You're like, oh my god!
Please get like 2 random goals at the end. I look like a genius. Yeah, what a result for Sunderland. I mean, we could discuss them more in a bit, but is there any chance I could change my first manager to get sacked this season prediction? Because I really think
I was thinking that. Yeah,
be the first to go. I think the Wolves manager Vitor. I'd like to change that to Graham Potter, please.
Honestly, they look terrible.
Really bad. Yeah,
awful, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's like I was watching the game, and you know when sometimes you're like, the pundits are really good at spotting the issues in the team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you've even got to be a really good pundit to see the gaps being left in that defence. Like they just left so many gaps, and then the Sunderland players just ran through them like there's no tomorrow. And I'm telling you now, Sunderland's ground's going to be a fortress this year.
Yeah,
they were buzzing.
Yeah, it's always at home form. It's always that home form you need to rely on as a promoted team. You need to kind of if not win every game at home, but make yourselves difficult to beat at home for sure. Yeah. But what a start for them, really. And did anyone predict West Ham to get relegated?
I went 17th.
Yeah, it won't be a bad shout. I think I had the mid-table-ish. Oh god, yeah. I mean, it is easy to kind of overreact or kind of read into the things in the opening weekend of the season, of course. But yeah, that was a shocker for West Ham, really. But great for Sunderland, of course.
I mean, I have to admit, some of their crossing though as well. Like, have you noticed that 2 goals? So there was it too. Like for the first one was like a header that's like you would have thought he saved it, just dived, was it looped in. And then the second one was just it's like, I know it sounds weird, but it's really good to see a team that actually just crosses the ball and something like scoring headers. Like I think that's going to do them well, because obviously not everyone's expecting kind of expansive football. So like Sunderland seem like a side that's quite like keeps it tight, and then they've got these who they brought in are just really fast paced at the wingers, and they've been able to blitz teams away. So I think that's what they're going to do. But yeah, that second goal header. Oof, that was an absolute beauty.
Yeah, Dan Bullard that was. And I saw I watched him play on Saturday, and I thought it was really impressive. And all the goal scorers were players they didn't bring in this summer. They were all players from last season. So they've got it there. But the biggest player I think for them is going to be this season is Granit Xhaka. The way he played on Saturday, the moment they got the goal, he was that calm, collective head in the midfield. Just let's just pass the ball around. Let's just
he's experienced.
Keep it easy, sort of thing. And he found that pass that got players through. So he's gonna be huge for them this year.
He will. So, for sure.
But do you think, like you say, West Ham, they really didn't look good. But do you think that they seriously need to bring a couple of players in defence in before the transfer window shuts? Would you think that's a fair statement to say?
If they can do, I don't know if there's anyone they're looking. I don't know if there's anything on the horizon for them, or between now and the end of the window. I don't think so. Anyway, you might say differently, but I don't know. They could use it with it though. Yeah, if you don't have a good defense, you're going to be in trouble, aren't you? You know, so if they can bring someone in, be handy for them and for Potter.
The thing that I don't understand is that you had all this summer. West Ham are not a team that don't have loads of money. They do have money there, but they have bought a goalkeeper in who got relegated with a really poor Leicester side last season as their starting keeper. I'm like, really? Just have to see what happens there. Fingers crossed Sunderland keep on going though, because they've got, am I right in thinking they've now got 2 easy games? They've got Burnley in one of them. They have, so that could be 3 points there.
They do look way over.
I can't think who the other team is now that they've got. Hang on a sec. Let me just have a quick look.
I'm just looking now. Yeah.
I know they've got Burnley in one of their next 2 games.
So next week they have, I'll tell you now, they have Burnley away next weekend on the Saturday, and the weekend after they have Brentford at home.
That's a good. That's 3 games, isn't it?
They could. It's fair to argue that they could have 9 points after their first 3 games.
Could do. And then after that, they've got Palace away, which is, maybe squeeze a draw there, perhaps.
I would love to find the stat, though. I would love to find the stat, because obviously I can't remember last time a promoted side has won their first game of the season. Right? I'm sure there's a stat out there that says, like, when was the last time one promoted side won their first game of the season and stayed up? I'm sure.
And stayed up.
I think that was Sheffield United. I've got a feeling it was something like Sheffield United.
Might be a good shout.
1-0 on the opening day, because I remember watching the game and they won 1-0. I think it's something like that. I remember years ago when Blackpool
Brentford
smashed.
Brentford beat Arsenal, remember, on the Friday, and they stayed on.
Brentford could be. I think but no. Obviously, let's see what happens with Sunderland. Fingers crossed for, but West Ham seriously need to get their act together.
Get their eyes. Yeah.
Get the fans back on their side. Maybe I think it's a good way to put it. Maybe. So but moving on to the former champions of England, Man City, who absolutely smashed Wolves. I think we all saw a win coming. I am absolutely devastated. I did not put money on Haaland getting a brace. I am absolutely devastated with that.
That's why he's in my team.
Yeah, I should have put him in my team.
The moment I did it, I was like, I should have done it. But again, that midfielder, what's his name? Is it Vander?
Reinders? He was amazing. Oh my god.
That chip for the openers,
brilliant. Yeah,
he's going to be a handful for a lot of defenses this season. He's so good. He's so good. Obviously against that Wolves side, he would again they didn't play very well. They didn't look any threat. They look like they've lost. Obviously, they may be the players they've lost have kind of affected them more than before. But I think people were saying maybe Pep's realised that maybe you need some players that can create something out of nothing, or just do something that can break teams down instead of being a system. And obviously the 2 players they've brought in, if you're going to talk about 2 players you bring in that's going to have good debuts, one said was it 1 goal, 1 assist, and the other, and then your new the guy from Lyon scored a cracker for us. So it's perfect debut for them. So, but Wolves is the perfect opponent now to kind of start.
Oh yeah, ideal.
I'm obviously you still get. It's all good going against Wolves. It'd be interesting to see what they do when they are against the big, the people around them.
Yes.
But again, good start. Haaland's getting back on the score sheet, as he does. So it's a good win for them. But again, as we were talking about earlier, I don't want to get too carried away in a way, because obviously it's there's still I think there's still gaping holes, and I think Wolves, if they were a better side, could have exploited them. But
I think that's a fair point. I do think though that this. Rando, I think for me he was the star of the weekend. I think he was that good in that game. It weren't just like the goal he scored, it was the assist for Haaland's second goal.
The cutback,
he didn't look. At no point I was watching it, and I was like, he didn't look at any point. You knew he was coming onto that ball. You've not even played with this guy before.
Some finish as well. Good God, I mean, just so cold and just my God. Yeah, I was watching that match thinking like. I was checking my fantasy teams like, how do I not have any players for City in my fantasy team? Like, why have I slept on them? Like, what am I doing? I need a serious rethink for next weekend. But that was ominous for Liverpool and Arsenal's title chances. Anyway, they look really good, and Haaland, like Stu said, looks to be back on it as well.
Yeah.
I think another thing that would be fair to say, I mean, I saw that as well. It's Randa. He is the first player since Sergio Aguero for Man City to get a goal and assist on his debut.
Oh, right. That's a good one.
Okay.
I would have thought Haaland, because Haaland would just get all goals, wouldn't he? He wouldn't get goal and assist.
Goals. 2011 against Swansea City.
Wow.
It was. I was like, that is a stat and a half there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I thought didn't they go on to win it that year?
Yeah, that was the 11-12 season.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe that's a bad omen for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Any cause for concern for Wolves, or do we just think it's one team was just so much stronger than
it's
them?
Man City. It's Man City, and you've got Haaland, who always performs well at the beginning of the season, and and the players that they had in their renders and everything. I mean, there's not much they could have done really. A 4-0 doing. I think I have Wolves in my own predictions finishing 17th. I had them just surviving. I think they'll just have enough, even though I think their manager will get relegated first. But no, I have them being safe anyway. But yeah, it's an unfortunate opening game to get, really.
Yeah, no, that's true. But obviously the other team that done really well, and I think it would be fair to say it wasn't a surprise that they got this result, is Spurs, obviously, with their 3-0 win over Burnley. I think it was a result everyone saw coming, but how convincing Spurs looked on the opening day. I mean, Richarlison.
That second goal. Oh my God.
That opening egg was outrageous.
Yeah.
If he can stay fit, I have him over Solanke. He
good too. Well, that's the key.
Well.
And even when he does stay fit, he's so inconsistent, or he has been previously, just not as effective. And he does get goals and stuff, but he's never got a prolonged spell in the side where he's scoring goals consistently and assisting and all the rest of it. But I mean, what an opening performance from him and for Spurs. I'd be interested to know what Thomas Frank thinks he can do, or how far he thinks he can go with this side this season.
I mean, it's hard not to get carried away.
Of course.
Like you say, no point getting carried away. It's only the opening day, and also it was Burnley. But Kudus was phenomenal, I thought. I thought he was very good on his debut. Obviously, a clean sheet. They've just secured Romario on a new contract.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be staying. That's a big signing there, I think.
Absolutely.
I think they're going to be quietly confident that they could secure a high place in the league this year, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. And with players like Kulusevski still to come back as well. Yeah. I mean, I know you say Burnley, but Burnley had the best defence in the Championship last season as well, so to put 3 past them is no mean feat. I mean, what a positive opening day for Spurs, I mean, really, and for Thomas Frank as well, and Richarlison getting a brace.
Yeah. No. I think I do have to give credit to Burnley, though, because for an hour of the game, they were in it. But it's the thing you noticed after a period of time is that those Premier League players had that extra yard just to capitalise on them. And it's those moments where they could end up losing those games. So, it's going to be just trying to see how they're going to deal with that.
Yeah, they'll be relying a lot on their defensive abilities for sure this season.
Yeah, I think so. But do we think there's again? It's probably like Wolves. Not too much concern on the opening day because it is against a big team as well. But we just have to see with them. And then, obviously we got to speak about the champions. They did open the Premier League weekend, but it wasn't easy. It was not an easy game.
I was like, why does Liverpool do this to me? Like, why can't we just have like an easy, straightforward win? But we're talking about Liverpool here. But yeah, to be honest, it was like for the first half, it was like, obviously, what was it? But Bournemouth did look quite threatening on the flanks. Obviously, I think Semenyo had like this chance that, and then the other day would have put it away, but he kind of skied it. But yeah, I think what I loved about that was like Hugo Ekitike. That goal. Like, and it's not like, flashy, but why did the footwork, the way he got around those two defenders, and then that finish. And he set up the second with Cody Gakpo was like, I was thinking, beginning of the second half, I was like, when we were 2-0 up, I was like, okay, cool, 2-0 win, I'll take that. But then our manager Slot decided to go a bit crazy and started to get Endo and put him in right back, and then all of a sudden Bournemouth blew us away with two very good goals. Like, defensively,
God, yeah.
That first one was that cross on that left hand side. Oh, so good. And obviously, it was Semedo, like the way he ran on that second one. And that was like 2-2. I'm like, oh, great. 2-0 to 2-2. I've got to come on here and then sit there and defend like we draw in our opening game. But I think Carl was right when it comes to Chiesa, because he said he's going to have a season, and he came on.
Yeah.
That goal, it came outside of his boot and kind of curled in. It was absolute beauty. And I'm so happy for the guy.
When it lands on my foot, I'm telling you now, that lands on my foot, and that's near the corner flag when I try to do that.
Speak for yourself. That was a genuine celebration. He just looked so chuffed with himself, wasn't it? Chiesa is an interesting one, I think, because he came to Liverpool with a lot. He was an established player for Juventus and for Italy as well. A top player, but obviously he's been plagued with injuries and things like that. It'd be interesting to see how much game time he will get this season, because he is a top quality player.
We should be fit this season as well, because obviously last season, the entirety of last season was trying to get fit, because he was been injured for a lot of time. So he's had a whole pre-season this time. So hopefully he can be like our kind of sub we can put on when we were, like, example of games like this when it's not going our way, that he can come on and like make the difference. But yeah, it's just the way when he scored that, like how happy everyone was, because everyone, like, he's kind of like a cult hero at Liverpool, Chiesa, because obviously, so like, yeah, he couldn't make it. We were going to sell him, funny enough, because obviously we wanted to go back to Italy and stuff, but then all of a sudden he's kind of stayed there thinking, I'm going to put my head down, and kind of, obviously situations out of our control, maybe we're thinking, and obviously with a performance like that, you think, yeah, maybe we should keep him around. It might be a good option off the bench.
Absolutely.
But yeah, yes, it didn't go according to plan. Yes, defensively we look a bit off it. So maybe if we can get Gahey in, that would be very helpful. But yeah, I think it was a typical Liverpool game where everything, it was crazy, it was chaotic, it was chaos. It had good goals. It had terrible defending. It had great moments at the end. It was a great first game of the season. But yeah, if Liverpool can not have any more of those, please, and have more controlled, kind of just.
You just want an easy walk to the title again, don't you? Just like no bumps along the way.
Or just don't concede as many goals or anything.
Yeah.
I can only take
the World Cup year. Come off of it.
But we won though, so it's like even when maybe like worries or concerns, we still got the 3 points, and because we dug out. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Good win.
The biggest concern for me, if I was Liverpool, it weren't the first goal, it's the second goal that they conceded. Yeah. They literally bombarded the Bournemouth penalty area. They bombarded it. It was covered in Liverpool players. And the moment they lost that ball, they were always going to score. And it was like, it's not a team. It's not like a new team you've never played before. You've played these players. You should have known that could happen.
I have to admit, Konate looked a bit off in this game as well. I think he was positionally wise was off for the first goal, Bournemouth's first goal, and then the second one, it's like literally had it right in front of him. I don't know what he was doing. Was he on sixes and sevens? Didn't know where he was. But this is why when I heard that, I was like, yeah, we need Gahey, because again, if we had him, we can maybe not play him as much, so we can rotate. Because obviously, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the same as Van Dijk at times, where we're playing him a lot. So we defensively, because we haven't got a lot of options, we're playing them too much. So we get Gahey, he brings options that we definitely need in defence. But yeah, it wasn't his best game, but we got away with it.
Do you think it's more likely Palace would let Gahey go if they manage to keep Eze, because obviously they wouldn't want to lose both of the players. But if they can keep Eze in the squad, do you think they'd be more inclined to kind of say to Gahey, well, yeah, go on?
I think they know that Gahey's.
Yeah, I mean,
is that just a done deal? Do you reckon that's just inevitable?
Well, the chairman's come out. I think he didn't come out after the.
Of course. He said they want to sell.
Well, I think with that one, we've kind of like, because at the start of the window they wanted, I think, 60 million, and obviously they were like, well, okay, well, last year a contract, that's a lot. So we'll do it. Liverpool do like we'll wait into the end, and now I've heard it's like 35, and that's like, well, that's reasonable. So like, but again, with it was it. I think it's like, yeah, well, it's not his last year of his contract, is it? I don't think it's like it's just either. So I think with Gahey he is. So I guess they want to get as much money, but
yeah, of course.
I think we desperately need him. As much as we're talking about Isak, like I would say we need him more.
Yeah, for sure. I'd agree with that.
Sorry, but but the one thing I would say in regards to Eze though is that Glasner did come out, didn't he, and say that apparently his release clause has terminated, hasn't it? Like the expired now. So I wonder if it's news now.
How does that?
How
does that work? Like, how does
I think it's like you hear it sometimes. There's a certain time period within a player's contract where the release clause is so much lower than what it was before. I don't know why, but I have heard this before, and Glasgow's come out and said, well, no, the release clause has now expired. And if that's the case, maybe he isn't going to be going to Spurs this summer.
He says he's come out and says he does hope, he hopes he'll remain in the squad. And typically a manager, and he was quite strong about making that point. And typically managers won't say that unless they're fairly certain that they will stay. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Eze stay. Wouldn't like to see him go, especially not to Liverpool, but it'd be good to see Eze there. And he got me a goal. I had him in my fantasy team. In a weekend of, I was having a little whinge before we started recording about having Semenyo on my bench, 15 points down the drain, as well as Vicario. But Eze did the business for me. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, I was disappointed with his goal being disallowed. That was annoying. That free kick with someone being a meter too close to the wall or something like that. I couldn't believe that.
And a rule we'd never heard of. Like until now, it's like all of a sudden it just happens
mate,
to come out,
I need the points.
Guys, you need to read up on your rules. You need to know this stuff, okay? Like, I do it, obviously. I did know it.
Is that your evenings? You've downloaded the was it Ref Rulebook, and you've just gone through fine to come every rule.
Wardrobe in front of me here, it says all the rules here.
Yeah.
If I turn my camera that way, it don't work, so I can't show you.
They're very convenient, that, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, isn't it? But no, the one team I had faith in this weekend has paid off for me, and that was Spurs. I put 3 of their players in my fantasy team, and they got me maximum points, all of them. So I'm very happy.
Very good.
But they'll be coming straight out because they're playing Man City this weekend. So it might be coming straight out. I don't know yet.
Make room, boys.
Tactical rotation.
Thanks for your contribution.
See ya.
That's what I'd be like as a manager. You play really well this week. Now get out.
Yeah, me too. I'd be ruthless. Like, good job. Now see ya. Yeah.
Well, they've got another weekend, and that means another weekend of predicting the results. It is Super 6 time, guys. It is Super 6 time. Now, just in case that anyone doesn't know, the games that we'll be focusing on is Brentford at home to Aston Villa. You've then got Bournemouth at home to Wolves. You've got Arsenal at home to Leeds. Palace against Nottingham Forest. Everton against Brighton. And then Fulham host Man United at Craven Cottage. Now, I'll be honest, some games where you think, oh yeah, that'll be an easy one to predict, and some where you go, it's easy to get that wrong. So we'll start off obviously at Brentford. What do we think, guys, against Aston Villa?
I'm gonna go for a 1-1.
1-1.
Yes.
Okay. All right then. He's sitting on the fence.
Yep. as usual. Splinters
Right.
in my arse, all that, sitting on the fence. Yeah.
I work for Brighton Fulham.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that was
Fulham.
1-1. So like, you know,
on the money. On the money.
That sometimes works. So
Yeah.
Right, go on in, Stu.
this is a weird one because obviously, as I said, it does have a draw written all over it because basically you got was it that Villa Newcastle? Yeah, like that Villa Newcastle game wasn't exactly the game of highest quality. Like,
oh, that was a stinky. Good God.
Was it basically two sides that are not exactly the best attacking at the moment, like going against each other? So, and you got Brentford, like knowing that it's because of Brentford the way they played in that game against Nottingham Forest. Like, wouldn't surprise me if like this is the perfect game for Villa to come back with, to like maybe like way performance, try and go to Brentford and like get the first win. So it feels like a draw, but just because don't want to make it a little bit more interesting, I'll put Villa to win 2-1.
Hey, I've gone for the same. I think Villa will.
Very possible.
I'm sure. I think Brentford are really going to struggle this year. Like I've said it from the get-go. And this weekend doesn't change my mind at all. I think they are a team that's going to struggle, especially if they can't keep Wizard at the club, which I don't think is going to happen anyway.
No, I think he will leave. I think, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's even taken Brentford off his Instagram account now, which is a pretty good sign that you want out. So yeah,
that's the kiss of death, that isn't it?
Yeah, he's done, isn't it?
I mean, these days, oh god,
yeah,
my Instagram account. No, I've gone for 2-1 Villa. I have, so yeah. Bournemouth Wolves.
Sorry, I'll go for 2-0 Bournemouth. Semenyo brace again, and this time I will have him in my team.
That means a red card, and
exactly. Yeah, he's gonna miss a penalty and then get sent off. That's what he's gonna do. Yeah. And I'll have him as captain and get -10. I have the worst luck with Fantasy League, by the way. Every year I just make the worst decisions. It's such a torture.
You're not bottom yet.
No, not quite. I bloody will be. I will be. I know it. I have the worst luck. Anyway, 2-0 Bournemouth.
Okay. Stu?
I mean, this one it's quite straightforward. Obviously, I think obviously with that performance against us, it was like prove that there's still that Bournemouth that we know and love, and kind of it's going to be a really threat. And obviously, the Wolves in that game didn't look very like anything bad. So my first instinct to put 2-1, but I'm thinking now with that performance of Wolves, I'm thinking 3-1. So I'm going to maybe put 3-1 Bournemouth.
You're doing it, Stu. You're doing it purely because you know that if they score by accident, then you're screwed.
always got to put the goal because
it's a good shout.
It never works. Yeah,
it's a good tactic.
Okay, well, I've actually gone for 2-0 Bournemouth. I've gone along David's wavelength here. I think, like you say, Bournemouth were brilliant on the opening day. It's just a shame, obviously, the team they come up against was just so much better than them. I don't, at the moment, I don't see a Wolves player that's going to get going at this early stage. So I'm going to, that's why I think they're not even going to score. So I'm going to go 2-0. So but get them off the mark now. So they deserve it after that opening day.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then we got Arsenal Leeds, dirty Leeds. Obviously, we have we're recording this before the Leeds and Everton
Leeds
game.
Everton, yeah.
So we have no idea what to expect of them yet. Let's just hope for a cracking game, obviously later on today. But focusing on that game, what have we gone for?
I have a sneaky. So it is annoying with Leeds, having not seen Leeds play yet. Obviously, they're going to be playing in a few minutes. And I'm going to be watching. I'm excited to see that game. It should be good. Leeds Everton, but I'm almost, if Leeds come out strong against Everton and they look good, I'd almost be tempted to go for a Leeds win against Arsenal. I don't know. There's a sneaky. No, do you know what I'll say? I don't think Arsenal. I'll go for 2-1 Arsenal. I've just completely done a 180. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it won't be as easy as everyone might think for Arsenal.
Okay.
I think it'll be 2-1.
I love that thing.
So if Leeds do win, I basically say, like, I'm covering all bases here. Is what I'm doing, man. Is I'm just kind of.
The only thing he did not do there was draw. That was the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
thing he
yeah.
did do there. So so it's
Yeah.
going to be.
Well, they might draw. There, I've covered it.
Oh,
There.
now we do.
I've got it. Yeah.
So what
But
are you
I'll go,
going
yeah,
for?
2-1 Arsenal, but I think it won't be a romp. I don't think.
Fair enough. So we've got 2-1 with a question mark next to the one for Leeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Go on then.
Well, to be fair, when I saw this, like Arsenal Leeds, it feels like it's like proper old school kind of feels like what they call it, like a Barclays era type match. Like it feels like we're back to old school days when it's like proper like old Premier League stuff. But yeah, I mean, again, as I said, we don't. It's hard to if you looked at this on paper without even seeing any of the teams play, you would always put Arsenal to win this quite comfortably. So obviously, this might change when we see them tonight against Everton. But yeah, I think this is where Arsenal's going to start. Probably showing their attacking intent. So I'm going to put 3-1 Arsenal.
Okay. I'll tell you what. When you mentioned that about like the old school Barclays Premier League, tell me, please, you remember this guy, Tony Yeboah, in the 90s?
Yes, of course.
Oh, the famous was it against what was it, Wimbledon?
The big volley, that like 20-yard volley from outside the box.
It just bounced everywhere in the goal. That's one of my favourite goals, like from when I always look
it's
at
an absolute belter. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
Premier League years when that comes on, like, watch this. Yeah.
But no, back to now. No, I've gone for 3-0 Arsenal. I do think that obviously we have no idea what Leeds could show up in the Premier League yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
I have a better idea after tonight's game, but I'm going to say 3-0 Arsenal. I think they're going to have too much for this Leeds side.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then obviously we've got Palace, Nottingham Forest. Now this
could be a game.
Out of all of them, that was the hardest game to predict.
Yeah, this could be a good game. What time is that on at? What is that? Is that that's the Sunday, one of the Sunday games. Okay.
Ooh. To watch that.
Palace Forest. I'm gonna go for. Can't go all draws here, can I? It's my immediately thought when I went for it was 2-2. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-2.
Okay, all right, fair enough then. Are you going for any particular scorers or anything like that?
Eze Base and Chris Wood to add to his tally from Saturday. Maybe
okay,
one.
So Chris Wood is going into your team this week, is what we're going to find out.
100%. 100%.
This is after a bit out of all of them. This is the toughest actually, because obviously this one's like Palace looked alright against obviously not bad against Chelsea, and obviously Nottingham Forest looked like the Nottingham Forest we saw last season, where they basically got a goal and then basically blew teams away. But I don't know. I mean, Palace again, it's got they said they got a draw written all over it. I don't see like. It's got something like one side's going to get one goal and it's going to be like one of those games. But I can't really decide between them, to be fair. So I'm going to put 1-1. That's going to be a draw.
Okay, he's gone for a 1-1 then. I've actually gone with David as well here. I've gone for 2-2. Yeah, I think it's going to be the game of the weekend. I'm going for. I think Palace were very good on the opening day, but I don't. If I had to choose a team out of them to win, I would probably go for Palace purely because they're playing at Sellers Park. But I mean, Nottingham Forest on the opening day were really good as well. So I'm going to go 2-2. I think it is definitely. It's got everything to be a very good game, but it could also be one where one team wins and gets a clean sheet as well. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So now next one, Everton versus Brighton. Brighton and Hove Albion. It should be like on Sky Sports. Do you remember him? Brighton and Hove Albion.
Yeah.
The football thing, when he announces the results.
Yeah.
Again, obviously, we haven't seen Everton in action yet, so it's difficult to say, but I'll go for a 1-0 Everton win.
It's bold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it.
Okay.
It's bold.
very dodgy result. 1-0
straight to the point. Oh yeah.
Get in the 30 minutes, squeaky bum time for the next.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's the worst. But yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Why not?
Go on then. What is do?
This is tough one because obviously again when we done the predictions, I kind of like was putting a point across that obviously it's like the new home, new ground, so it's like what are they going to perform like? Because obviously it's first home game, so it'll be either like it gets to them or basically like they thrive off it and like kind of blitz. And obviously Brighton have looked a bit offy in the first game because obviously they were like had a lot of chances, but then didn't put them away, and then obviously Fulham were able to nick it to death. So like Brighton has got a goal in. If I was going to be, I think because it's first home game, I think they'll be up for it. So I want to put a draw, but just make it more interesting. I'll put 2-1 Everton.
I think with that new stadium kind of dynamic, I think it will be a strange game for Everton and the Everton fans because obviously it's their first game since outside in the new stadium after leaving Goodison Park. So it would almost be like they're just coming to terms with everything. But I think Everton will at the end of the day deserve the win. I guess it would feel wrong for them not to get the win. So I think that's why the reason they'll just scrape a 1-0 win.
Yeah. And this is David Moyes. Who is David Moyes you're talking about? That's pretty much his bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah.
1-0 win.
This is it. And I've gone for a 1-0 as well. I have gone for a 1-0 win.
And why you gave me a big face? You pulled a face there when I went 1-0.
Because
and then you go, yes, David, I agree. Actually,
3 of my results you have done 3 of them. Like I swear.
Yeah, I know. Stop copying me, man. Be original. Jeez.
It's like our table predictions, and I think it was like me and Matt had so many similar ones.
But no, it's no, I do agree with like you said there. I think I think it's going to be a tricky season for Brighton, but I think Everton first game in the new stadium. Yeah, like I'm backing them every day for that one. Yeah. So. Yeah. And then finally, obviously, we got Fulham versus Manchester United. So this one's going to be.
I would argue that this is actually the most difficult result to call, to be honest, because United away at mid-table teams are so tricky and they're so unpredictable. You just do not know.
Can you not just say that about anywhere in the league? They're unpredictable.
Well,
mainly against.
You see my point is that it's always you just do not know, and it's not even with any one particular manager. It seems like with almost like the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era, it's just so unpredictable, and you just don't know what side are going to show up. I'm going to go for a 2-1 United win. United to get like a last-minute winner or something.
Cunha. Score it.
No, I want Sesko to come on. First, Sesko will. I don't think Sesko will. I think he'll be sub again, and he'll come on and he'll get the winner. So 2-1 United.
And this is the same face that David's gonna do when he's got it right.
Yes,
because he copies me
if
again.
I get it right, I'll start the next episode by just yes.
And you have copied me again. That's all I'm saying. You've copied me for the 4th.
Have I actually? Stop it then. Go on and do like 3-1 Fulham with them. Stop copying me, man. Anyway, sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Hey, great minds think alike,
Yeah. Can you tell Carl that? Tell Carl that exactly what you just said.
Well, you know, in the second week,
I'll text him now.
When he comes back, he's going to be like, no, I can't accept this, and he'll come into the prediction thing and try and no, you cannot let him out.
Yeah, exactly.
I find it to be right, so he's got to come in and beat you. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. What are you going for, Stu?
It's a tough one because obviously, I don't know. I think you've got a good record against Fulham, to be fair. Because didn't you have them in the opening game?
Yeah, we won just won 1-0. Yeah.
If only that was a sign of what the season you're going to have.
No. But I think I'm convincing 1-0 win away to Fulham. Like, get ready for an amazing season. Like, I don't know.
But I don't know. I mean, I could obviously Fulham were they didn't look great. I mean, they obviously got one back against Brighton, but I just again we're always worried a bit about Fulham because obviously they haven't really done much business. So it's like they still and obviously they haven't really got a striker that's really going to score as many goals as they need. But yeah, I mean, I honestly think if the Man United played the way they did against Arsenal, I think against teams that are not as defensively resolute, I think they would do well. So it's maybe just because I want to be different, because I don't want to be, accused of copying people and stuff. So I might put, was it 3-1 instead of 2-1?
Yes, you. Yes, you.
You're gonna go 2-1 as well.
That's it.
We was all gonna
Yeah,
go
Cunha
2-1,
hat trick. There we go. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, put him in the
so-
team and get it in the fantasy points.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, as you know, I've gone for the same Man United 2-1. I think that after the opening day, I do think that there is good signs that Man United could get a win, like just around the corner, and I think it will be in the next game. But it's not going to be an easy game. Like, still defensively, there are question marks, so it's not going to be a cruise by any means.
No,
so,
and I just see Fulham scoring. I do. I think Fulham will score.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, it's only me and Stu currently in the Super 6 League at the minute. So
I will be joining this week. I've had many things to do recently, but trust me, I'll be in there very, very soon. Don't you worry.
God.
I just curiously, are you guys curious to see what because obviously you guys weren't in like the Super League or Super 6 kind of app, but I decided to use the points and do like a little spreadsheet for it just because it, make it a bit more interesting. So I've got the score.
I'm not interested because I done bad.
Oh, I want to know. You mean from us? You mean from this weekend, Stu?
Yeah, I put like because obviously it's quite straightforward. It's quite straightforward when it comes to just 5 points and 2. So it's like even I can figure out that. So it's quite good. But well, obviously this is gonna at the moment. I think it was it before obviously the Sunday. I think was it Matt Ty's done quite well. I think he got 12. But at the moment, I know how this sounds because I'm the one totting up the scores. I'm winning by 13 points.
Nice.
Matt Ty's got 12. You David, you've got 11. And obviously, I guess and then Matt doesn't want to talk about the 4 he got for the first time. But you never know if David does well. You're doing well because basically you've got the similar scores. So
you just copy everything I do, Matt. So just copy me and you'll be right up here with me in no time at all, mate. Don't you worry. What was that saying?
Written there. Look,
there you go. Yeah, you wrote them down as I was saying them. I saw you jotting away. You liar. Yeah.
It's going to be
11 points though. I'll take that.
Yeah,
and I will say as well. We were saying off before we started recording. The three goal. Well, I know I said 3-2 Sunderland, which was a bit of an outlandish kind of prediction, but I did predict 3 goals for Sunderland, so I was very happy with that. Even though it was a Sunderland win, but 3 goals. Yeah. Anyway,
but
West Ham let me down. Before
we obviously we sign off for this week, what I want to know is who your star player. I've gone for a Reinder from Man City. He's my star of the week. I think top player.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think more to come for City for him.
Yeah, I'll go with him. Well, no, I won't. I won't copy you this. I won't. He would be a good shout. Do you know what? I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Chris Wood. Because I think given the age that he is, and we didn't mention the Forest result. I think a lot of people expected him to possibly be a kind of a one-season wonder-ish and not repeat the trick this season. But he's already off and running with a brace and a good brace at that. So I'm going to go with Chris Wood.
Do you think he'll be in the 100-goal club by the end of this season?
How many is he on? That's the question. How many goals is he on at the moment?
I will have a look. I know. At the end of the season, he was he had a real good. Didn't he score just under 20 goals?
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was plus 20. No, there's no chance he's getting into the. Because he's 30. He's nearly mid-30s now, isn't he? He's old. He's.
Well, I mean,
the only way there's no chance. Okay, you're saying there's no chance, right? Okay, let's have a look.
What is he? 32.
Hey, if Vardy can still win the Premier League and still score goals, then I guess he's still got a couple of years.
He's no Vardy though. He's because Vardy had his pace to rely on. Like Chris Wood doesn't exactly have that.
He's more of a poacher in his old school kind of.
He is, yeah.
That goal was the opening goal against Brentford. It was more like he just basically came to him. He just poked it, and it just
That's his style. Like I suppose for some Matt's busying himself with.
He wants to To be fair, it's like we were waiting for that bit on Sky Sports when we can watch the Premier League kind of club, and it'd be Chris Woods. Looking at that'd be fascinating because he would join.
Yeah. I don't think.
Was it join the illustrious club? It's like Emil Heskey's in there as well.
Yeah. I don't think he would get into the 100 goal club.
You don't? Okay, right. I finally got it. Sorry, that did far too long. That did. I'm so sorry. Right.
All right.
Okay. So you're saying that he won't do it, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Come on, load up, would you? I don't have it. Oh, come on.
Well, what is it? Are you drawing up a contract for me to sign so I can put my name, put it in ink, so that when he does get the 100th goal, you can rub it in my face?
Was it it's an ironclad prediction? So basically, you have to, if you get it wrong, then it's like,
yeah. I have to put pen to paper as such and actually
exactly
commit to
that.
it. Yeah.
Why can't I find anything on this?
In the meantime, I bet Stu, tell us who your player of the weekend was.
Go on.
Probably because just how impressed I was in the game against us. I think it was mostly I could probably put Ekitike, but like I don't know. I think Semedo. I think he was just like how good he was, and like basically like it proves like if they didn't have him, they would be in serious trouble, because obviously, but no, and also they didn't even have like was it 1-2, but was it? Basically, didn't have their like full front line. I don't think really. I had 1 or 2 like injuries as well. So and then there was 2 players as well. So just the quality of both of those goals. I mean, if we're not scrambling to either sign him in our fantasy teams or at least putting him off the bench, then after that performance, then definitely want to be. Yeah, no, I would think. That's my pick. Like Semedo.
I honestly would have picked Semedo. I had a feeling you were going to pick Semedo, Stu, so that's why I went for Chris Wood. But if not, I would have gone for Semedo as well.
Okay, yeah.
I think all of them is a fair argument. To be fair, all of them have a fair argument. I have now finally found the stat. Thank God. So he has made 263 appearances in the Premier League. He is on 91 goals.
Chris Wood.
No. Yes.
Who did he score his goals for?
Oh, come on. Really? It took me ages to find this bit.
So I've got it on, if you believe Wikipedia. I think he was at Leeds. He was at Leeds, but I think that was like 2017.
Oh, so I didn't know he had all these extra goals. I take that back in completely then. Or if I was to be really ballsy and go, no, he's not going to get 9 more goals. He's not gonna, but I think he will.
I think he's got 49. But was it with Burnley? He's got like 4 at Newcastle.
Oh, Burnley, God.
Yeah, and then obviously actually I think he's quite close.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry, Chris Wood. Well, I had you in my team, in my player of the weekend. So,
well, to be fair, it'd be great for you, because obviously if you have him in your team, and obviously he's scoring like getting 100.
I haven't got him yet. I have to buy him still.
Yeah. I think he'll finish. He'll get in the 100 goal club, but he'll be like the Emil Heskey of the 100 goal club.
I was mentioning that.
Yeah, people go like, "Wait, he's in that club?" Yeah.
Dion Dublin. That's all.
Yeah.
People forget how good.
Is Crouch must be in it? Crouch must have 100 goals.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's in it as well.
Must do. Yeah.
Yeah, so those sort of players, he'll be in that sort of category. You're all very good, just to say. You are good.
None of us have scored 100 Premier League goals, so yeah.
But that's it for this week. Obviously, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, Carl will be back with us as well next week, and we'll all be here too. But let's bring on some more action like this weekend's. Been very entertaining and good to have it back as well. So,
absolutely, yeah.
So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from David and Stuart as well.
Bye-bye.
Right. Bye. Take care, everyone. See you later.
Bye-bye.